Today we're going to discuss about the money that we are spending on our cars, right? And we probably all have this type of question in our head that am I paying more? Am I paying really the right amount? Am I really getting the real value out of my car? Because sometimes people pay more and they're probably not utilizing it. They're probably parking it most of the time. So all of that, really is a common question that comes into it. If somebody is at a juncture where they're trying to get a new car or they're going to replace their own, their existing car, I think this video is going to really strike that thinking about in a very different way about how you should really look at how much you're spending and see if it is really justified or you can compare if you are paying more or less, right? So or maybe the right amount, right? So this is let if you look at it conventionally, there are like two conventional approaches of looking at how much I spend on the car, right? Or how much should I spend on the car. One is, hey, here is the income. Let's say you have $5,000 of income per month, and somebody might say, hey, you should really exceed more than 5% or more than 10% of your income on your car. Some might say that, hey, you should really not go beyond $500 because your neighbor is paying $500 or all your friends are paying $500, so you cannot go exceed $500. So we have, like, these are the conventional ways of. Today in this video we're going to discuss about something very different, or maybe kind of a new way, right? So let's look at what is the value that your car is bringing into your life and the worth that it is bringing. Let's map it with some dollars and see how much really you should be spending, right? So the way I'm going to look at this is, first let's assume that let's look at your lifestyle, right? Let's assume that let's say you're commuting to your office. Let me 1 second. Okay, let's say commute, right? Let me move this, right? Let's say the commute to work is maybe costing you $15 per day, right? Let's say, right? And if this is $15 for 5 days, it will cost you about $75 per week, and for a month, let's say 4 times 75 is into 4 equal to $300, right? So you have $300 here that you're spending for just the commute to your office. Now then you have a weekend that you probably go to a restaurant, or maybe you're doing grocery shopping, right? So weekend commute, you spend about maybe $40 per weekend for just your commute. Maybe you're taking a cab or you're taking train, whatever it is. Let's say you're spending $40. So that means for 4 weekends in a month, you're paying for 4 weekends, you're paying $160, which is the right amount for that weekend. And let's say you have some ad hoc visit to some place, or emergency visit that you have to make. All of that combined, maybe per per month you're spending $50 that is unplanned, right? Unplanned trip to somewhere. Together, if you really look at it, this is totaling about, total cost is maybe, this is $510, right? This is costing you $510. Now, you may want to add another $10. I'll just leave it to $10. I'll not go there. All right, so you have this. Now, you have some challenges, right? The challenges that you have with this model is the reason why you really want to buy a new car is maybe your kid wants to go to nearby park and you don't want to pay for commute to the park every time you visit, right? Or the cab, whatever, right? And you want to go to gym every day or maybe every morning, and you can't really go, right? Because you don't have a car and you don't want to use public commute. It's too much. It's like going to gym is painful to get out, and I think it will just add to that inertia not to go. So what is the next thing, right? It's a lot of pain and calculation every time you want to go out, and train timing, cab timing, and prices, etc. This is pain, right? Nobody wants this. So what do you do, right? For this all, the convenience, let's call this as all convenience that you want to solve it by your, the buying a car, and maybe let's put a dollar amount on that, the convenience that it is bringing into your life. Let's say the convenience price sticker is maybe $150 per month. $150 per month. So when you combine this, right, I think this $510, which is this, and then the convenience which you are not, you think the worth here, right, $150 together is what you can pay for your car. Now let's look at it, right? Now when you look at this, right, now I'm going to make this a little smaller. Now when you look at it, this is the total spending that you can do is total budget per month on the car you can spend is $660. $660. Now this $660 is what you have to pay, right? Now a lot of people think that, okay, I'll take $660, I'll go to the dealer and I try to buy a car which is $660 monthly cost and I'll be good. No, that's not how you're going to do the calculation, right? First, let's look at the expenses that are involved in your cost, right? Let's first expense is your car payment. If you take a loan, right, let's say, right, that amount we don't know, let's keep it as question. The next one is the car service that before you go to the service, the gas that you have to petrol. is another one. Let's say there's a $3 a gallon, and every month you filling it twice, right? Let's say it's $3 a gallon, and 15 gallons is what your car takes it. Let's assume then it's $45. Two times 45. Two times $45 is equal to $90 is what you're going to pay per month for your petrol or gas. And then what you have is car service, which is, you know, it's typically about 3 months, once in 3 months service, right? Let's say you're paying about $100 once in 3 months, right? So but this is monthly expense, so I'll just go by maybe $30, right? $30 per month is what it will come for each month. And then the insurance that you have to pay. This is the key one, right? You have to pay insurance. And because assuming if you are a new driver relatively, then and if it is a new car, you typically pay about $100, right? Maybe I'll just make it as $120 for, if it's a nice car. And then you have another expense, which sometimes you have to clean your car, or you go to the car cleaning service and all that, or maybe you buying something for air or whatever that you're buying, right? Or you're paying for it. It's another $10 to $20, right? So I'll just put it as maybe just $10 a month that I'm not counting here, right? Now let's count this, right? 90, 10, 100, and then 150, 250, right? $250 is what you are paying for just these services, right? And now when you are paying this $250, right? When you're paying this $250, total is the question mark plus the $250. When you're paying this total about $250, then the total has to come to your $660. So obviously the amount that if you're wondering where I got this $660, this is really the amount that you remember we got it from the previous calculation of all the expenses that you are incurring today by going or using the public commute, right? Now when you reduce those 250 from $660, you will get the price that will come for this, right? And the question mark here is going to pay in the question. The value for this question mark is the total value that you should be really paying is $410. That is the max amount that you can pay for your car, because you don't have any control in reducing these costs. Maybe insurance a little bit, right? Maybe a little bit of gas, maybe you can find a good deal, but you don't have much control. The bigger control that you have is on the car payment. And when you have this cost identified, if this is your budget for every month that you cannot remove, then you're paying $410. So you have to really find your car, whether it is a lease or you're buying a used one, or you're buying a certified, or you're buying or a brand new one. It doesn't matter. You're buying a BMW, you're buying a Mercedes, or you're buying a Tesla, or you're buying a Honda or Toyota. As long as your budget for payment is 410, plus you're leaving the amount 250 for your services, all the other expenses, and you are maintaining the overall cost as 660. I think it is the real value that you're getting out of your car, because this, if you look at on the left side, these are all your expenses if you don't have the car, and the convenience, everything together is what it is. So you're really paying the right amount if you get this. If these numbers really applicable to you, then this is the number that you have to really pay for your car. And remember, these car service, I just put it as $30. These are all, I don't know your gas price at the place where you're living, and I don't know the insurance that it will cost. You apply your numbers, right? But the ultimate point that you have to remember is you have to come up with this value, right? And the expenses and the value that every month that you're spending on not having car, and then you budget your expenses. I hope this gave some guidance on how to really decide how much you have to pay on your car. If you think this video has helped you and it was informative, please like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you. Thanks for watching.